welcome back to another video here with Angel B Designs. I'm Angel B. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. In today's video, you guys, I grabbed a bunch of Siser Easy Puff. I typically use the Atlanta Vinyl 3D Period Puff, but I wanted to go ahead and try out the Siser Easy Puff, so I grabbed a bunch of colors. I have red, wine, orange, camel, beige, and black. So in this video, we're going to test out the wine and we're going to test out the orange. And I'm giving you my tips and tricks to get the perfect puff press every single time. This is the one we're going to be doing in today's video. I'm also going to show you how to do the knockout method in Cricut Design Space. Typically, I normally do this in Leonardo Design Studio because that's just my preferred cutting machine, everyday cutting machine. However, I get so many questions on if this can be done with a Cricut in Cricut Design Space. So I'm also going to show you how to use the knockout method to create a file to press your puff, because puff is a non-layerable vinyl, which means you cannot layer it on top of something else. It has to be layered like inside of the outline versus on top of it. And I'm going to show you how to create a file like that in Cricut Design Space. This is what we're doing in today's video, guys, so definitely stick around for that. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get started in Cricut Design Space. I am going to show you how to do the knockout method to create this image here from scratch in Cricut Design Space. I've done this in Leonardo Design Studio before because that's pretty much my everyday cutter. And I do get a lot of questions about if this can be done in Cricut Design Space. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make this from scratch, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. And then I'm going to go over to text. And the first word I'm going to type out is the word lover, just because the beauty font is already up. So this is the font that I got it from either Creative Fabrica or defont.com. I will try to make sure I leave a link for whichever website I got it from, but it is called Beauty. I'm going to get another text box and I'm going to type in the word craft. And I'm going to change this font to Love Comic. Again, I either got it from DeFont or Creative Fabrica. I'll try to remember to leave a link for it. But if I forget, the font is called Love Comic. Okay, so I'm going to turn this purple just so that we can kind of see it better. And I'm going to turn that pink. All right, and then what I'm going to do is go ahead and just kind of align this a little bit to make it look better. All right, so that looks pretty good. All right, so what I need to do is bring this to the front. But I need to go ahead and slice this here because this part here, I don't want it to lay on top of the C. I don't want the L to lay on top of the C. I want it to kind of fit within it, because when you're layering vinyl, it's best, especially these kinds of vinyl, right? We're going to be mixing glitter with puff. And when you're doing that, you want to try to make sure that all of your pieces are touching the fabric. You're going to get the best wear and you're going to get the best results by doing that, okay? So I'm going to highlight both of these and we are going to slice, okay? And then this piece, and this piece, and I'm going to hold the shift, and this piece, I need to actually combine those back together. So I'm going to highlight them and push weld and move those out of the way. And then I'm going to go ahead and this piece here, we're going to delete that. Okay. So now these pieces just kind of fit in there like that, which is what we wanted. The next thing I'm going to do is highlight both of those layers, the word craft and the word lover, and we are going to create an offset around the entire thing. I'm going to make my offset. You don't want it to be too big. So it's going to be, this one looks pretty good. I'm going to do 0.194. You do want to weld the offset, so make sure that's checked, and then we're going to select apply. Okay, and now we have this offset around all of the letters. So now what we're going to do is we're going to select individual layers. We're going to select the word craft, and we're going to create an inset, so an internal offset of this word. So we're going to select the purple word, which is the purple layer, the word craft, and we're going to go back up to offset. And instead of going forward this way, we're going to go behind. So it's going to be a negative number. We are going to do negative 0.056. It doesn't have to be huge, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and select apply again. And now we have a top layer here, which is our inset. It's a little bit smaller than our original layer. With this offset here, this black layer, we're going to move this out of the way. And we are going to highlight the back offset, so the black offset, and the purple layer, the word craft. We're going to highlight those two. And we're going to go over and we are going to slice. Okay. Now we're going to select the purple layer and we are going to delete that. And there's another black layer. We're going to delete that as well. Okay. And you can move your pink layer back to the front. The pink layer is still there. It just kind of moved to the back. Okay. Now this word craft, we're going to turn this purple so that we can see it. And then we're going to go ahead and line it up in that offset. And now, as you can see, the word craft and the offset around it are not touching each other anymore. And that is called the knockout method. Okay. You are knocking out the word behind the, on top of the offset, you're knocking it out so that that top layer fits within the offset without actually touching it. And this method I have found works best when you are trying to use puff vinyl, because as you know, puff vinyl, it spreads, it puffs up, it gets bigger. And so when it does that, a lot of the times it ends up touching the edges anyway, kind of like the shirt I'm wearing today. Okay, this also had a knockout method. I know it's kind of small and you kind of can't see it, so I'll show you again, but this is also a knockout method, but this is a puff layer. And once it puffed up and got bigger, it reached the edge of the outline, and it kind of, that gap kind of disappears. I kind of like the look of the gap sometimes. It just depends on what look you're going for. But for me, I have noticed that this is the best way to kind of layer puff vinyl if you're trying to use a different kind of vinyl, like a holographic or glitter. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing for the bottom layer. We are going to select the word lover. We're going to go to offset and we're going to use the same number, which is negative 0.056. And we're going to select apply. And then we're going to take the top black layer. We're going to move it. Actually, I'm going to redo that because you see how the word kind of is gone. So I'm going to delete that and I'm going to make the inset smaller. So I'm going to redo that. I'm going to select the word lover. Because this is a script font, you might have to make your inset a little bit bigger or smaller. Let's go no, it's got to be negative. Let's go negative 0.042, and we're going to select apply. Now I'm going to move this out of the way, and you want the letters to still be legible, which they are, so that's good. So I'm going to move the black layer out of the way for now. We'll go ahead and turn this pink because that's going to be our new layer. We're going to select the black offset and we're going to select the pink word lover. And we are going to slice. Now we're going to select the pink layer. We're going to delete that. That black layer, we're going to delete that. And now you're going to take your new layer, which was your inset, and we're going to layer it right inside of there. And again, it's not touching the sides, it's laying kind of inside of there. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. This piece right here can be deleted.
Okay. But yeah, that is how you go ahead and do the knockout method. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this size 11 because I'm going to put this on a large t-shirt, and I do like my designs to be a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to go over to make. I'm not going to save it. And then I'm just going to cut. So this black layer is going to be glitter, and we do have to mirror, so make sure you are mirroring. The word lover is going to be vinyl, and the word crafty is also going to be vinyl. Now I can actually move this here so that I can do one cut because they are the same type. You don't want to cut your puff and your glitter together just because they do have to be cut on separate settings. Glitter has to be cut on a little bit of a higher setting. So I'm going to cut the glitter on one mat, and then I'm going to cut the puff on a separate mat and use two different colors. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get this cut out, and I will meet you guys over at the heat press, and we will start pressing together.
All right, guys, so I have my vinyl cut out and we're gonna press in 1 second, but there was something I wanted to show you in regards to how to test out your vinyl when you get it. Presses, not all presses are made the same, especially if yours is older and you've had it for a while. When you get your puff vinyl, you guys have to test it out. Okay, you have to do some test presses. What I do is I cut pieces like this, and I will test out different time and temperatures. Now, Siser, the brand, tells you to press at 280 degrees for either 8 to 10 seconds on medium to firm pressure. What that means is that you could have a press that requires firm pressure, you could have a press that requires medium pressure, you could have a press that requires 288 seconds, or maybe your press requires 280 10 seconds. You have to test out your press because not all presses are made the same. Okay, so here's an example. I've used a standard press. This is the color black, and I tested out 4 different settings. I did 280 10 seconds on medium pressure, 288 seconds on medium pressure, 280 10 seconds on firm pressure, and 288 seconds on firm pressure. The one I ended up liking the most for all of them was the 280 10 seconds on medium pressure, and I do have the Romeo 16x20 auto open pull out heat press. Okay, I'll make sure I leave a link for everything down below that I'm using today, but I did do all of the colors. So this one was black, this one was orange, same time and temperature, 288 seconds. I'm sorry, 280 10 seconds on medium pressure was the best one for this one. This is the color red, same thing. The 280 10 seconds medium pressure gave me the best results, and then same with the color wine. Okay, and then I also did it for camel and beige. So again, you want to make sure you are testing out your puff with your press, because it makes a difference. Okay, but what I'm gonna do, here's some tips and tricks. Start with the company settings. Okay, whatever company you order from, whatever settings they send you, start with that and then kind of adjust as needed. I'm going to press the first layer, which is the glitter, and this is 280 for 10 seconds. The reason I'm pressing the glitter on this same press instead of a higher time and temperature is because this is going to be pressed 2 more times. So essentially it's going to end up getting pressed for 30 seconds in total. So the first one is just going to be a tack down, and then again it is going to be pressed 2 more times for 10 seconds each press. Alright, now this is the color wine, and I'm pressing this 280 10 seconds on medium pressure, meaning I do not have my pressing pillow here, and then my pressure on my press is set to, it's kind of a higher medium, but it's on medium. What you want to do, what I've noticed is easier, I get better presses when I'm pressing in the middle of my plate versus either bringing my shirt all the way up here to press, or how some people press this way on the edge, right? I'm not pressing on the edge of the top, the edge of the bottom, and I'm not pressing on the edge of the top. I'm going to put it in the middle. The middle of the plate up here gets the most pressure. It gets the best pressure. It gets the best, most accurate heat as well. The edges, typically if you were to get a heat gun, the edges of your press, of your plate, they're going to be cooler than the center. Okay, so that's why you want to press it in the middle. So I'm going to layer my shirt to where it's going to be in the middle of the press. I'm going to go ahead and line up. Again, you want to make sure that your puff is not touching the edges. And then we're going to press this for 280, 10 seconds. Everything I'm using in today's video, you guys, will be linked in the description box as well. And then it is a hot peel. Oh, look at that. That wine is so pretty. And then same thing with the orange. We are just going to line it up. Make sure that the vinyl is not touching the edges. And we're going to press it again, keeping it in the middle. 280, 10 seconds. And this is the, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but this is the Siser Easy Puff. Wow. Okay. Let me go ahead and turn so you guys can see. But look at these puff results. Both colors are puffed. We don't have any wrinkles, no bubbles. It's nice and smooth. Okay, hopefully I was able to answer some questions on getting the perfect puff. Again, practice, 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 number one. Number two, test out your material. Cut off some slivers. Don't be scared to get in there and test it out. And again, all of these presses, when I did them, I put the shirt in the middle of the press. Okay, so when I was pressing this, it was in the middle of the press. That is one of the biggest tips I can give you. Press your puff in the middle of your press. Okay, that's probably the time and the temperature, playing around with it, the biggest tips I can give you. Okay, those are the game-changing tips that I came across. But that's all I have for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, bye guys.